Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. As I start the reading, my computer's gone really noisy in the background, uploading the other video that I recorded this morning that you can go and check out if you're interested in that. Definitely seems to be bleeding through a little bit into your reading today, Aries, because I've got this thing about unreliable narrators coming through, or narrators. Unreliable narrators. So this is a plot device when you're doing storytelling. Perhaps if you're working on scripts or books or movies or something like this. It's where the person telling the story, you don't know, there's something that calls the person's version of events into doubt. So for example, if somebody was under the influence of some sort of substance, or they were perhaps had mental health issues, or there could be something where the person telling the story, their version of events may be very true to them, but that's funny as well because it came through with I tell the truth to me in the reading that I did this morning. You know, the version of events that they're experiencing may not be entirely accurate. So if you want an example of what's it called? Unreliable narrative. It's funny that I forgot the name of it. You could look at somebody like the Joker from the Joker movie. He has mental health issues, which mean that when you're watching that movie, you're not in Hello Raven or Crow. The crows are back. It flew. Sorry, I'm scatty, so I don't know if you're dealing with somebody like this. It's the way the energy's coming through. A bit distracted, a little bit. Maybe I am picking up on somebody who's a little bit highly strung, perhaps, because the energy that's actually coming through in your reading, I feel very scattered. I feel very disorganized. I've actually left the cards the way that I was kind of pulling them out to kind of show you an example of the energy. Now, normally I kind of like make the cards really neat. I set up the camera properly so everything's like centered. And I just have this like energy of let's get this done. Let's get it done. I'm not messing around here. I've got work to do. So I don't know if somebody's very focused on something else, and it could be your energy as well, right? It could be you, it could be somebody else, so flip it and reverse it if needs be. It's like somebody's very scattered, they're not really paying attention, they've got something on the mind, they want to rush through something so they can go off and do something else. It's that kind of energy. So this is what I'm picking up on so far. So if this is making any sense to you, it might be your reading. If it's not, then it might just not be your reading today. To help you know if this is your reading or not, I've already got some Scrabble letters out. So some of these could jump out to you and mean something to you. It could be, I don't know, your initials, whatever springs to mind. If it's triggering something in you, if you're thinking, oh, hang on, there's something here, then, whatever you're getting, it's an indicator that this reading is for you. So E, X, Y, and blank. X and Y makes me think of X and Y chromosomes. So I don't know, maybe. But whatever you get from it is fine, right? Now, it's interesting because you've got this blank letter, and then the words that I pulled out to help you understand if this is your reading or not were all W's. So they came out in this order: wandered, worship, walk. So it's interesting you've got wandered and walk. So I don't know if somebody's gone out for a walk, they've wandered around a bit. I don't know if because the W didn't come out, right? Maybe this is representing the W that didn't come out. So it could be that somebody didn't come out for a walk with you, something like this. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just get on with the reading. So it feels like you're efficient, like you're just trying to be efficient. You're just trying to get things done. You know that you're busy, so you're kind of rushing through things. Just be a little bit aware of that, Aries. Sometimes that's definitely a tendency of yours, to be a little bit impatient, to want to get things going, to want to get things moving. But they're telling me Virgo now. I think they're comparing that energy to Virgo's energy, because Virgo is like the Seven of Pentacles. It's like slow and steady wins the race. Like, let's cross all the T's, dot all the I's. So I don't know if you're trying to rush through something. Maybe it's like a work project. You're trying to rush through it to get onto the next thing. And you've got somebody around you who's like, slow down. Let's make sure we do it properly. Let's look at all the details. I want to say, if you are dealing with a court case, because that court energy came through on your day, you want to go through things with a fine-tooth comb, right? You don't want to rush things, because that kind of shoddy shotgun approach is It's not going to hold up in court, perhaps. I don't know. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Again, it's not a personal reading, it's a general reading for Aries energy. So different messages are going to come through. Not every single message is going to be for you. But if things are starting to resonate already, it could be your reading. So let's just kind of get all these letters out of the way. I asked for a song as well to help you know whether or not this is going to be your reading. Because again, it's not going to be everybody's reading. And I got Counting Stars by One Republic. They're telling me counting crows as well. Maybe the crows is a symbol for you in some sort of way. Again, I'm asking for signifiers so you know if this reading is yours or not. So the crow or raven flying across could definitely be a symbol for somebody. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, as always. So Counting Stars, take that money, watch it burn. I've been losing sleep. I don't know. Take it as you will. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing here because I've not organised my cards, because your energy is rushing me. So funny, because you always rush me. I'm always like, I have to get this reading done. It has to be quick. I don't want to waste anyone's time. And then by the time I get to like Libra, Capricorn, Pisces, I'm sat here with a cup of coffee and I'm like, oh, it's the end of the week, let's have a chat. It's like, maybe you start off the week like with this kind of, maybe you're the kind of person where you start off the week with a lot of energy, right? You go into work, you've got a lot of ideas that you had over the weekend, you want to get things moving, you want to have a good week, but by the end of the week you're like, oh, let's just sit down and have a chat around the around the office table, like something like that. I don't know. What I'd like to know, please, for Aries, can I have a card, please, for Aries? So Aries energy this week, please. Attachment. And can I get an energy for someone around Aries? So it's kind of like, I'm kind of doing you and them, whoever them is. Doesn't have to be a love interest or anything. I'm not particularly doing a love reading, but it may come out. It could be a work situation. It feels worky for you today. But whatever it is, right? And just be aware, again, it's a general reading. So if you want to flip and reverse it, if you think, no, that's the person I'm dealing with, this is me, then you can absolutely flip the energies. Again, general reading, the messages are going to come through in different ways for different people. So I'm asking Aries energy, though. They've given me attachment. So again, I'm going to assume this is you, but flip it and reverse it if needs be. How about them? Who is Aries dealing with? Tell me about them. Them for Aries energy, please. Whoa, that is a lot. Are you dealing with a lot of people? I'm going to take hostilities because it's the one that showed itself. So you could be dealing with somebody who's a little bit hostile towards you, a little bit aggressive, causing trouble perhaps. You have broken heart. This could be very heartbreaking for you. And you have community. Let's keep them all out. So it could be a situation in your community, however that represents to you, your family, your friends, your workplace. It's kind of people could be very hostile towards you in your community. It could be breaking your heart, right? You want things to be harmonious, but when people are fighting around you, especially if it's people that you like, friends that you enjoy the company with, when people fall out, especially like, it's very high school, when your friendship group falls out, like you have two friends and they fall out with each other and you kind of feel like you've got to pick sides. There could be something like that going for you. You do have options. You do have a lot of different possibilities here. So doors are opening for you. Don't panic if you feel a little bit stuck right now. That situation will not stay like this. Again, I'm going to try and go a little bit faster here. So can I get a card, please, for Aries? Beautiful. Thank you. Fish. Yeah, something's coming in for you. It's going to be quite prosperous. You definitely feel like you're going against the grain, though. This always talks to me about salmon energy. Salmon swim upstream. So I feel like you're going a different direction than other people. It's causing some hostilities. They've got the cheater energy, or maybe somebody is being a bit of a cheater, I don't know, in the community. You've also got horse on the bottom. Again, workhorse I'm hearing. Could definitely be something about work. Somebody could have accused somebody of cheating on a project, I'm hearing. Again, it's a very fast energy. So again, this doesn't have to be you. It could be somebody that you're dealing with. It's the cheetah moves in kind of short, sharp bursts, right? They move very quickly, but they can only do it over quite a short distance, I believe. I don't think they can maintain that energy. I think it's just so that they can catch prey or escape a situation. It's like that, like sprinter energy. So feels like the situation's quite heated. It feels like people are in their wands energy. Perhaps they're accusing you of cheating. Open hostilities I'm hearing. You feel like you're in your emotions. You feel like you're in your waters about something. Again, I feel like maybe you've broke somebody's heart. Maybe you are a bit of a heartbreaker, or this is what you're being accused of. or maybe you're heartbroken about this situation. What else do we have, please, for Aries? There you go. Yeah, no, you've got the fish and the fortunes wheel. The wheel is turning in your favor. If you felt very stuck in a situation, if you feel like perhaps you've had a negative attachment or there's been attachment issues, perhaps you've been feeling like you're very codependent in a situation. You know, I don't like where I'm working, but I feel like I can't leave because I've got a contract, or I'm in a relationship that I know is not healthy. You know, I'm being too clingy. You're not a clingy energy. I'd be surprised if that's you, but we can all have crutches, right? We all have things that we become dependent on. And even Aries, right? Even though you are particularly a sign that breaks chains and likes to be quite free, you can form attachments to things. And it can be people, places, or things, right? It can be substances, it can be situations, it can be patterns of behavior. There's something that's been keeping you a little bit chained here. I feel like you are taking off the mask in some situation. You are looking at the own mask you wear in situations where it's like, why do I feel the need to put on this mask? Why do I need to feel the need to be something I'm not, or pretend to be someone that I'm not? And I feel like it could be because of peer pressure. It's funny, this came through in the reading this morning. It could be like peer pressure. It could be you know, people judging you for being a certain way or having certain interests, or you know, you feel like you have to wear a mask to impress these people, but at the end of the day it feels like they've turned on you. It's like even though you tried to please them, they've still turned on you. But I want to say there is the wheel is turning. Fortune is in your favor here. You could have generated some good karma for yourself. You could have done something where you went against the grain, right? You took off the mask, you said what you truly think, and people didn't like it. People didn't like it because you were doing something different, right? You weren't agreeing with them perhaps anymore. You weren't trying to fit in with them anymore. You went your own way, and it's actually going to bring you some very good fortune and very good karma with the fish and fortune's wheel. This is both the fish and fortune's wheel can talk about prosperity, luck, fortune. Yeah, some good stuff. If you think about kois and what kois mean, it's like prosperity, right? But yeah, definitely going in and trusting your own emotions in a situation to guide you in a different direction that other people perhaps are not happy with. Tell me about them. Tell me about them. I mean, it's open hostilities. When swords are raised in tarot or oracle decks, it means that things are being said, right? It's like the truth is being spoken. People are saying what they really think, you know, or people are not holding back. It's funny, I think I wrote down not holding back for you. No, I wrote, take no prisoners, not messing around, I have work to do. So again, maybe somebody's cross-watching for an Aries who's in that kind of energy. This hostilities card as well, it can talk to me about the King of Swords energy. King of Swords normally has his sword down because where the Queen of Swords is very vocal, she's very opinionated, she's very honest, and she will say what she thinks, she will say what's on her mind. The kings tend to be more reserved. They're going to be a bit more strategic. Again, it's not about gender, it's about the meaning of the energy of the tarot. So it doesn't have to be a man or a woman, or, you know, whatever gender this is, you know, it doesn't have to be a specific one. So like the King of Swords is normally more reserved. They are only going to speak when they need to take action, when something has to be said. So it could be that somebody is maybe even, it could be that this person's leading the charge. You know, I've got something to say, everybody come with me. You know, rallying the troops energy. It could be that this person is standing up, standing in their truth against a group of people, you know, almost like these people want to come this way, but this person's kind of guarding the area. So again, there's different ways that can play out. Take it as it resonates. It's a general reading. But yeah, somebody's speaking a truth there. That's the Ace of Swords being raised. Oh, look at that as well. King of Swords, King of Aries, the King of Swords. Funny, that was just getting King of Swords energy, and then he's here. Right, I didn't know that was the King of Swords. I love when that happens in tarot. It really makes me feel validated. Maybe somebody's validating something, making somebody feel validated. Yeah, no, the King of Swords is taking action. The King of Swords normally watches, they wait. Again, he's wearing a mask here. This could actually be two sides of yourself. You wearing the mask to fit in with a group, and you taking the mask off and speaking your truth and going in a different direction that's actually going to bring you quite a lot of fortune. But you could be dealing with the King of Swords. So this could be an Aquarius. It doesn't have to be. It's could be that you're dealing with somebody who's they're very logical. They're very, very logical. They deal with intelligence and communication. So it could be that this is somebody who's some sort of advisor, could be a lawyer. They also give me doctor energy, like a surgeon sometimes. But it's like they have that surgical mind, right? They have a precise, surgical, laser-like mind. They're very clear. So if this person's speaking a truth, it's worth listening to them. They're probably, whoever this is, they're probably not just being opinionated for the sake of being opinionated. They've probably got something to say that's quite important. As I say, the King of Air is normally reserved, and they normally raise that sort of truth when they need to cut something out, or something needs to be said, or action needs to be taken. You've also got the King of Earth on the bottom, so that's Taurus energy. Could also be a Taurus in mix, or somebody could have Taurus placement. Okay, let's find out a little bit more. So tell me a little bit more about the Aries energy, please. I'm going to pull your cards. Yeah, Tower moment. Oh, yeah, no, some kind of deception is being called out by somebody. You've got a Queen of Pentacles now. That's Capricorn energy coming in. Tell me about the energy that Aries is dealing with. Tell me about them. Tell me about them. It's funny, I was thinking it was going to be an individual, and it came out plural. The Sun, Justice. Yeah, no, something's happening here. Okay, Page of Pentacles on the bottom. Could be some kind of student involved, somebody who's learning some skills. Over here, yeah, no, could be a bit of a shock. The Tower moment, this is a surprise. Light bulb moment, surprise. This is brand new information. It's a bit of a shock. It could feel like there's a bit of upheaval happening. The Seven of Swords is a card about deception, somebody being deceptive. It could be a deception's getting called out. It doesn't have to be your deception, but it's coming through in your energy. It could be some kind of self-deception about perhaps you felt like you were stuck, and this was a deception, and you're actually realizing that you can break out of that tower, you can free yourself. You may have to do it in a slightly sneaky way. There's definitely some energy about wearing masks and taking the mask off here. I don't know who's been unmasked, but it's coming through. So yeah, sneaky energy. But normally the Seven of Swords is an energy of somebody sneaking around for a good reason, especially in the upright. If it was in the reverse, I'd be a bit more worried. In the upright, this is somebody who's they're stealing swords from a battlefield so they can't be used in the battle the next day. It'd be like somebody going in to where there's fighting without naming names and taking all the ammo off the battlefield and being like, fight with your fists, you know? Fight it out with your fists. It's much healthier for the environment and for people in general, right? Play, you know, solve your issues in a computer game. You know, it's maybe that's very, very, that's very, I'm being a little bit tongue-in-cheek. I'm being a little bit silly about a very, very serious situation, but I hope you understand my meaning. But yeah, stealing swords off a battlefield so they can't be used in battle the next day. They can't be used to hurt anyone. The swords are also logic, information, thoughts, communication. Words can hurt. So I don't know, maybe somebody's been deceptive and they're getting called out, or breaking free from some kind of self-deception. There's definitely light being shone on a situation. You cannot hide in the light of the sun. So this card and this card is like everything will be revealed, and it could be a bit of a shock when this information comes out. Everything's going to be revealed. It's also a card about confidence. Again, this is in their energy, so take it as you will. Flip it and reverse it if you need to. The Sun card, everything's going to be revealed. There's going to be a lot of freedom when it comes to this. You know, sometimes if there's some sort of big secret, I'm not seeing the Moon energy though, or that we don't have access to information. Sometimes it can make us feel very, very trapped. Just kind of show you this card again as well closely. She's actually chained to that post. So feeling like we're chained to a situation, feeling like we can't can't get out of a situation because we don't have all the information. It feels like there's information, truths being spoken, information coming. It's going to make somebody feel very free. And with that freedom and with that knowledge comes a lot of confidence. The Sun card is about confidence. So standing in your truth, standing in the light of day, and feeling quite free. This truth being spoken, it's got heartbreak attached, but it's very freeing. The Justice card as well could definitely be a court situation with the King of Air and the Justice card and hostilities and the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a card about hostilities. It is a card about differences of opinion, harsh words, people verbally fighting, and with the King of Air potentially being some kind of lawyer or advisor, and the Justice card saying this could be a court situation. It could literally be a court situation, two sides, difference of opinion, having to go to court to battle it out, to say your piece, have your day in court. Came through for the reading I did this morning, so it could definitely be for an Aries. But it doesn't have to be. It can just be karma. Is your soul as light as a feather? You're facing some, definitely karma. Definitely the universe involved with Fortune's wheel and justice. That is big universe energy. Something's coming to light. A truth's being spoken. It's going to free everybody from some kind of situation. The truth frees people. The truth shall set you free. That's the saying, right? Definitely this King of Swords involved. Like that isn't strong energy. And there's a group. There's multiple people involved. This is a nice card as well. I was talking about taking cards off a battlefield. Taking weapons off a battlefield. These people are actually handing the swords over. I always see this as people giving their swords up. Saying we don't want to fight anymore. We're putting our weapons down. So there could be some kind of, this would be nice if it was a global message coming through, but there could be some kind of peace deal coming through here. Two sides negotiating, it giving people freedom, it giving people a cause to celebrate. I hope that's what we see this week, at least in the news. But again, it could be on a more personal level for somebody. What else, please, for Aries? There's that King of Pentacles again. This person here. This could be your energy. You could definitely feel like you've got money coming in. Again, two cards about prosperity here. This is a card about money, or not necessarily money, but it's like having everything that you need. Feeling like you've got the keys to your own kingdom. So you can see the grapes there. The grapes are a sign of abundance and prosperity. Again, he's got that big, massive pentacle. This is somebody who's worked very, very hard to get to where they are. They've really worked on some skills. They've kind of done that Eight of Pentacles stuff where they've done something over and over again. They've kind of perfected stuff. They've got a lot of skill-based knowledge. They've got a lot of practical knowledge and skills that can be applied in a tangible way, right? This is the sort of person who knows how to change the wheel of a car, for example. Doesn't have to be that specifically, but they tend to be very good at the job. It can indicate a boss, but it's coming through in your energy. Remember, you could be getting some kind of position in work. You could be getting a promotion. Or you could just be perhaps having a renewal of a contract that makes you feel very, very secure. The King of Pentacles is a very secure energy. It's Taurus energy as well, I should kind of say. Tower, Scorpio energy. This is Gemini energy. Again, this could be different placements in your chart or just the way the energy in the world is affecting you right now. Yeah, feeling like you're the king of your own kingdom, right? Feeling like you've got the keys to the city, keys to your own home, keys to the car. You just feel like you're in control of finances at this point. So this could be coming up for you when this Wheel of Fortune hits. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to win the lottery, although, I mean, Wheel of Fortune and Tower, maybe. It feels more like, it just feels like something's going to come to light. You could have been deceiving yourself about something. It could be deceiving yourself about your own finances and getting a grip of that, getting control of that, and then things running more smoothly for you in the future, because perhaps you've done something that is a little bit against the grain. It doesn't have to be a big lottery win to feel secure, right? Sometimes it's just taking control of your own finances, right? Not sticking your head in the sand, doing what needs to be done. Yeah, I don't know. You definitely feel like you're not messing around though, especially with that Scorpio energy popping up there. What else do we have, please? Yeah, that's Three of Cups again. Three of Cups is very much this card. Again, you've got like the equivalent card. So hostilities is King of Swords for me. King of Air, King of Swords, same difference. And the community card is the Three of Cups card for me. It gives me gossipy women. Women gossiping around the water cooler. You know, the type of women who... again, it doesn't have to be women, it can be people in general, it doesn't have to be female. The type of people, especially like at work or in the family, and you know they're kind of talking about people behind the backs. You know, you hear them whispering in the corner, you see them sneaking away together, sneaking away to the bathroom together to have a little whisper amongst themselves. It's not that they're bad people, right? This is just the way that these people bond. It's the way that they trade in information, right? Gossip, trading information, that kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know. It does give me slightly catty energy. I'm not gonna lie. Normally the Three of Cups is a beautiful card because the Three of Cups can talk about your friendship group, you know, celebrating something together, you know, getting together with friends, celebrating, having people who feel like soulmate energy to you. You know, these people have got your back, you've got their back. It's normally a very nice sociable energy, but the specific images on these specific decks it always gives me gossipy vibes in both of these. It's like the people who look good, but perhaps they're not really the nicest people. It's the energy that I get off those cards. I'll just kind of show you in this deck as well if I can find it, just to show you how different images from different decks give me different, slightly different meanings. Like I always pull out a slightly different meaning depending on the image of the card. So they're my kind of gossipy Three of Cups cards. The image in this deck, and this one didn't come out, just to kind of clarify what doesn't come out also is significant. Again, somebody could have accused someone of cheating, and I'm not necessarily seeing that happening. I'm not seeing anything actually, really. Maybe this one is a little bit sneaky. Could be somebody's been doing something a little bit sneaky. It could be they've been doing something sneaky at work, a secret project or something like this. Again, not seeing the moon card, which would definitely indicate secrets. But like somebody who's been a little bit strategic, perhaps. Again, this King of Swords is very, very strategic. They play the cards very close to the chest. But it's like your co-workers, your friends, your family, you've noticed you sneaking around. And, you know, they've jumped to conclusions, maybe. You know, the cheater is a very fast energy. It's like, oh, this must be what's happening. With, you know, making a conclusion without having all the information. And I feel like more information is coming to light that's going to kind of reveal things. But just to show you the Three of Cups that didn't come out, you know, again, it can just be the normal Three of Cups, you know, friendship group, spending time with friends, celebrating something. But this guy is here with two women. So this one kind of sometimes does give me not necessarily cheating energy, but like perhaps having options, perhaps. So just to show you that didn't come out. So yeah, I feel like there could be some kind of false accusation being made over here. Right, okay. I think we are done with pulling cards. Nice quick reading, 27 minutes. That's very good for me. Let's get you some advice. I'm getting you relationship advice because this is a relationship reading. Observer came out, you know, wait for more information. Could be something that you don't know yet. Relationship advice for this reading. I'm just taking one card, please. That was too many. One card, please. Thank you. Breathe. Yeah, just hang on. I feel like you're getting a message about hang on. Don't react. You know, more information is going to come to light. Just, you know, breathe through this. Whatever this is, it's like maybe you don't have to defend yourself. Maybe the truth is going to come to light, and you don't really have to do anything. You know, sometimes sometimes when you defend yourself, I'm not seeing, also again talking about what I'm not seeing on the table, I'm not seeing defensive energy like the Four of Pentacles or the Seven of Wands. I'm not seeing anyone who's kind of standing up for themselves here exactly, on at least on your side. I'm more seeing you go off in a different direction. It's like, do you know what, if people are going to be low vibrational over here, I'm going to take a deep breath, I'm going to go and work on my own money, my own finances, right? I'm going to go and apply for a different job. It could be something like that. So it's like you're being quite high vibrational against people who perhaps have been a little bit low vibrational. Just definitely feels like a group. But again, I feel like this King of Swords could actually be somebody who's It's like they're bringing in the information that's perhaps these people didn't have access to. Something like that. Something's going to be cleared up, 100%. Relationship message. Don't be in too much of a hurry right now. The heart needs time to open. Again, they've got this broken heart energy. Take a breath and let nature take its course. Release constriction and anxiety, for there is no need for tension. Say, again, another card that's not here is anxiety. It's not on the bottom of this deck, is it? No. So you don't have anything to be anxious over. And I feel like you are doing your best to focus on your money, perhaps, focus on your own resources, focus on something else that's not this situation, because you realize that, you know, that's a waste of your time, right? It's a waste of your time to try and defend yourself. Maybe they'll just throw stuff back at you. You're just taking yourself out of that situation. And I think that's probably the best thing to do. Savor the moment and waiting. Savor the moment, and the waiting will not prove difficult. Your heart knows what the ego often resists learning. Patience pays off in deep and meaningful ways. Okay, patience pays off in deep and meaningful ways. You do feel quite patient. The King of Pentacles is a very patient energy. So you seem to be doing all the right things, Aries. You know, people are going to gossip. People are going to assume the worst. It's you know, that's just the nature of some people. Some people are going to cause conflict. And it's not for you to... You know, that's their business. That's their karma to work through. And I want to say karma is on your side. So if you've been acting in high vibrational energy, you've got Fortune's Wheel and the Justice card showing in your reading, and a lot of stuff about truth. So I think you may be finding out about a truth, and it may come as a bit of a shock, but ultimately I feel like it's going to work in your favor, whatever this is. You know, when this truth comes out, and perhaps it's something you're not even aware of yourself, it's going to work in your favor. It's going to free you up in some sort of way. I hope that was helpful to you, Aries. Leave me a like if you liked. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps out my channel. And if you've got anything that you'd like to share, the comment box is open down below. And, you know, share with your Aries friends as well if you think this is their story. All these things really help out the channel, and I really, really appreciate it. But again, doing this because I'm just trying to be helpful at the end of the day. So do take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon. Bye, Aries.